Welcome to Sales, Tax, and More, your go-to resource for all things state tax related. Now, here is your host, Michael Fleming.
Hi, Mike Fleming here. I'm the founder of Sales, Tax, and More, and today's co-host of the Sales, Tax, and More podcast, where we talk about everyone's favorite topic, which is, of course, sales tax. So today we have Brigitte Merten with us from Avalara, but before we introduce Brigitte, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Ellie Moffat.
Hi, everyone. It's always great to be here on the podcast. I'll do a quick introduction for Sales, Tax, and More. Sales, Tax, and More is a full-service consulting and solutions firm. We have a really great team of experienced tax professionals who are very dedicated to fulfilling your state tax or related needs. We do a lot of consultations, registrations, returns, research, and like our name states, more. So if you have questions about our services, please reach out and ask. We are more than happy to tell you about those. But that's enough of that. We'll flip it back over to you, Mike.
All right. Thanks, Ellie. And as I mentioned, today's guest is Brigitte Merten, and she's a strategic alliance manager at Avalara, where for the last 5 years, she's been specializing in helping accounting firms grow their practices while helping their clients achieve sales tax compliance. I've known Brigitte for this the whole time she's been at Avalara. We've done many shows together. She's been a great partner, helped us out in many ways. And I can tell you that she really strives to create strong partnerships in order to make everyone more successful and profitable. And she likes having fun while she's doing it. So when she's not talking tax, which is a lot of the time, she enjoys talking with her friends, her family, her poodle Pepper. She loves going to the beach. She loves the mountains. So hello, Brigitte. You want to say hi to the audience here?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here on this podcast. Thanks, Mike and Ellie, for having me. And I'm looking forward to having a great, fun conversation.
All right. So let's start off. Most of our audience does know who Avalara is, but every once in a while I'll get a question. And it goes something along the lines of, who is this aloe vera? So
I love it. I know we do give out sunscreen at our trade shows, but I think we should give out aloe vera. Like, we're totally missing the mark there.
Absolutely.
So for those of you who don't know, Avalara was founded in 2004. So we're 16 years old now this year. We went public last year. So an exciting time to be at Avalara. No, you got me saying it wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah. And so we are actually now over 1,600 employees that live and breathe sales tax compliance every day, right? So our end clients don't have to. So that's kind of our passion. We are passionate about the color orange. Back in the day when we were started, all the software companies were wearing blue. And so our founder, Scott, we had a tiki booth to be fun and orange, so we'd really stand out in the crowd. And, that's really worked for us, and I think how people know Avalara today.
Yeah, it's amazing. You guys are up to 1,600 employees. When I first started working with you, it was like 50 some odd employees, and you were bursting at the seams at that point. It's just such tremendous growth since that time.
I was going to say, when I started, there were about 500 people here, and the year I started, we hired another 500 more, and it's just been, expanding ever since then.
Yeah, you guys have had a lot of great success, and I think Mike and I actually joke about this off and on, but you don't really grow up dreaming of working in sales tax. And it's not really something I expected for myself. I doubt it's something that Mike expected. Yeah. So what drew you to Avalara, and did you see sales tax in your future?
Well, I'll say no. I never thought I would know this much about sales tax. But so I think what really drew me to Avalara and kind of my career has always been in technology, right? And what's out there from a technology automation standpoint that can help people. I've been in the software industry for about 20 years. And so I think that, Avalara is a great software company that can help people out. and has a fun culture. You know, obviously the orange, the tiki booth. Back in the day, we had margaritas. So, you know, who wouldn't want to work at that company? And obviously,
and you look so good in orange too.
Luckily.
Yeah.
They always say you're surprised, like it's surprising when you start the section of clothes in your closet that's orange. You know, I had more than I thought, but now it's like slowly taking over the whole closet, which is fun. Yeah, so I just wanted to work with fun people, great technology, great solution. I thought it was a win-win to come work here.
Yeah, and it's great interacting with you guys when we see you out and about at events. It's the entire Avalara team. You guys are a lot of fun and very nice and very helpful. We definitely appreciate your existence. So Mike had mentioned before that you have an accounting partner program. Can you share a little bit about that with us and tell us a little bit about what the benefits are of that accounting, of being an accounting partner?
Absolutely. And one of my favorite parts of my job is sharing, you know, the accounting program with so many great partners like Mike and letting people know, you know, the benefits of partnering with us. So I think first from an educational perspective, there's, you know, Avalara is a marketing machine, and because of that, we have so much great educational content in Avalara University. So as a partner, you have access to Avalara University, and you can test drive the products in there. A lot of, probably something a lot of people don't know. There's online classes. You can type in questions you might have about the software. You can even take tests to see how much you know about our software, to get you up to speed. And kind of finding that tailored content in there, we're always refreshing it. So I think that's one great perk. Avalara offers also tons of webcasts, and many of these are available for CPE. So I know that's really important to the accountants out there. Heavily focused on thought leadership. A couple we have right now are on the 2020 sales tax changes that I know people are really interested in to see what's changed between last year and this year. Everyone wants to know what's new. So especially accountants can share that with their clients. And we have a new one coming up on scaling in multiple states. Obviously, and Mike and Ellie, you know this well with Economic Nexus, right? So many companies now have to scale in so many states. I remember, you know, back when I started, that wasn't the case. So it's really changed a lot in 5 years. I think another great benefit of partnering with us is you can come to our conference for Crush, which is in St. Louis this year in May, where you can network with other sales tax professionals. Mike's been many times. He's been a speaker. So just a great area for partners to come as well.
Lots of fun. I want to tell everybody right now, there's no one who throws a better party than Avalara. And while Crush, very serious in some ways, you know, lots of great information, lots of great connections to be made. But it's a heck of a lot of fun too. So I've been to everyone since the beginning. And it's something that if you can take advantage of, you really do want to go to Crush.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that. Yeah, and another benefit, if you'd like to have this benefit of the partnership program, is you can also earn commission too. And a lot of accountants don't want commission. Some people do. However you want to work, you know, we'll work with you that way. A lot of accountants pass it along to their clients as well. So it's another perk of the partnership program.
I've got maybe a little bit of a tough one for you. We know the easy answers. What do you think is a service that isn't talked about a lot, but that our listeners may benefit from that Avalara offers?
Yeah, I was thinking about this tough question, and I think really there's a couple things that they might not know about, but overall I think it's saving time and peace of mind, right? And that might not immediately come to everyone's like, oh, you know, well, I'm going to use Avalara, it's going to automate this, but really helping companies save time and not have to deal with sales tax. As we all know, Mike, and you know, people don't really want to talk about sales tax. Let's be honest. I'm sure sometimes I know I hear this all the time.
Who doesn't want to talk about sales tax? Come on. It's your favorite topic.
It's like we used to have people burying their heads in the sand. Like you talk about it, you tell them their exposure, their risk. It's not like you're doing, hey, we found you a bunch of money. It's like, look, this is something you have to deal with. And so I think, talking about that tough topic and letting companies out there know there's automation that can help them, and then give them peace of mind that their rate is going to be right, their returns are going to be filed on time, and they don't have to think about that anymore. I think those are like the two huge benefits of Avalara.
Okay. We have a lot of clients who are starting to have been or are starting to sell overseas. So does Avalara just work in the US, or can they help people overseas also?
Yep, we definitely can. We actually have offices in 6 countries now, including the UK, India, and Brazil. And we have a VAT solution that companies can use as long as sales tax. And the Avatax solution actually does work in Canada. It's built in Canada GST as well as sales tax in our core solution.
Okay. So I know the benefits of working with you rather than just reaching out to Avalara directly. Why should an accountant reach out to you directly rather than going through Avalara?
Yeah, I think a great benefit is, we like to call it concierge service. So you have one point of contact within Avalara. Like Mike said, when he started, there were only 50 people here, and he could, call Scott on the phone. It was pretty easy to reach Scott, right? And
Absolutely.
16 years later and 1,600 employees, like you can't really call Scott anymore, or Marshall. So I think I'm your contact to help navigate Avalara, get you, where you need to go. And more importantly, give your clients that excelled service, right? That white glove treatment. So if you tell me, Brigitte, I have a client and they're going to be looking at Avalara in 3 months from now, say, great, I can enter that into the system with notes like, hey, no one reached out to this person, right? So if they come to our website, they're not going to get a lot of phone calls like they might if, I didn't know that, and protect that client. And then also get them directly in touch with that salesperson versus going through the whole call center process, and really just elevating that service, I think, is a great part of working with me. A lot of accountants, like we're doing right now, I'm happy to do marketing with you, co-marketing projects to maybe help generate leads for your accounting firm as well, and get the information about sales tax out to your clients.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing here. Avalara does a lot of marketing. So your clients probably know who Avalara is and may be reaching out. So it's important that you contact Brigitte so that she can make sure that they're not making outgoing calls or following up with your clients. They want to work those relationships through you, unless you want to refer them directly to them. That's always an option. So, Brigitte, how can people get a hold of you, or how can they get a hold of get more information on Avalara? What's the best way to do that?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to talk with me, my email's Brigitte, BRIGITTE.Merten, MERTEN @Avalara. You can reach out. We also, on our website, if you want to partner with us, there's a link under resources, partners, where you can sign up to partner with us, and someone can reach out to you as well, are probably the 2 easiest ways.
Well, Brigitte, great information. And I want to, give my vote of approval for this partnership program. I think it's a great program. I think that if you are, an accountant and you have clients who need sales tax services, Brigitte is the way to go. So thanks again, Brigitte. And any parting comments here?
Just thanks for helping me. I think I have the best job in the world. I get to work with great people like Mike and Ellie, and also take everyone out to lunch. I mean, who doesn't love that? I give people money. I mean, it's like a dream come true. So really looking forward to working with all of you out there and just helping your clients save time and money as well. So thanks for having me.
Thanks, Brigitte. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Sales Tax and More podcast. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to click subscribe and check out all of the resources we have out on the web.